Twinkle, twinkle, North Star, once upon a time, high above the earth, in the vast expanse of the night sky, there shone a star unlike any other. This star was known as the North Star, or Polaris, and it held a special place in the hearts of people all over the world. It was a beacon of guidance, a symbol of hope, and a source of wonder for generations. This is the story of the North Star, a tale woven with science, history, and folklore, meant to inspire curiosity and spark the imagination of all who gaze upon the night sky. The science of the North Star, or Polaris, is not the brightest star in the sky, but it is one of the most important. It is located almost directly above the Earth's North Pole, which means it appears to stay in the same spot in the sky, while all the other stars seem to rotate around it. This is because the Earth spins on its axis, and the North Star is aligned with that axis. Polaris is part of the constellation Ursa Minor, also known as the Little Bear or the Little Dipper. It marks the tip of the Little Dipper's handle. If you ever find yourself lost on a clear night, you can use the North Star to find your way. Simply look for the Big Dipper and follow the two stars at the end of its bow. They point straight to Polaris, the North Star. Polaris is actually a triple star system, meaning it is made up of 3 stars orbiting each other. The brightest of these, Polaris A, is a supergiant star about 2,500 times brighter than our Sun. It is located approximately 433 light-years away from Earth, which means the light we see from Polaris today began its journey toward us over 4 centuries ago. The North Star in history. For thousands of years, the North Star has been a guiding light for travelers, explorers, and sailors. Ancient civilizations relied on it to navigate the seas and cross vast deserts. The Phoenicians, Greeks, and Vikings all used Polaris to find their way. In the United States, the North Star played a significant role in the history of the Underground Railroad. Enslaved people seeking freedom in the North were often told to follow the drinking gourd, a code name for the Big Dipper, which points to Polaris. The North Star became a symbol of hope and liberation, guiding them toward a brighter future. Folklore and legends. The North Star has inspired countless stories and legends across cultures. In Greek mythology, the constellation Ursa Minor is said to represent the nymph Callisto, who was transformed into a bear and placed in the sky by the god Zeus. The North Star Polaris marks the tip of her tail. In Norse mythology, the North Star was believed to be the pivot of the universe, around which the heavens revolve. It was seen as a symbol of stability and constancy in a world of change. Native American tribes also have rich traditions surrounding the North Star. Some believed it was the home of the Great Spirit, while others saw it as a guide for the souls of the departed, leading them to the afterlife. Educational fun. The North Star and the night sky. The North Star is not only a fascinating celestial object, but also a great tool for learning about the night sky. Here are some fun facts and activities to try. Finding Polaris. On a clear night, go outside and look for the Big Dipper. Use the 2 stars at the end of its bowl to draw an imaginary line to Polaris. Once you find it, you'll always know which way is north. The changing North Star. Did you know that Polaris hasn't always been the North Star? Because of a slow wobble in the Earth's axis called precession, the position of the North Star changes over thousands of years. Around 3000 BC, the star Thuban in the constellation Draco was the North Star. In about 13,000 years, the bright star Vega in the constellation Lyra will take its place. Stargazing adventure. Use the North Star as a starting point to explore other constellations. Can you find Cassiopeia, the W-shaped constellation that sits opposite the Big Dipper? Or Cepheus, the king who sits nearby? Make a star chart. Create your own map of the night sky, marking the position of Polaris and the constellations around it. This is a great way to learn about the stars and their stories. The North Star's message: the North Star has been a constant companion to humanity, a steady light in the darkness. It reminds us that even in uncertain times, there is always something to guide us. Whether you're a young stargazer just beginning to explore the wonders of the night sky, or a seasoned astronomer, the North Star invites you to look up, dream big, and find your way. So, the next time you step outside on a clear night, take a moment to look for Polaris. Remember its stories, its science, and its significance. And as you gaze at its gentle twinkle, let it remind you that even the smallest light can shine brightly and guide us home. Twinkle, twinkle, North Star, how I wonder where you are, guiding travelers near and far, a constant light, our shining star. The end.